Hello everyone, my name is FlareBlitzed and welcome back to Not It, Spookiest Edition Normal Gore Mode. Do we tell Vinny to shoot or stop him from shooting? That is the big question. Joseph is already first blood, you know, the guy that kept complaining, having this pessimistic outlook in all of this, saying, we're all going to die and all that jazz. Yeah, he's no longer with us. Stop Vinny from shooting, I'm curious to see what will happen. Mike knows what he's doing. I don't believe he's possessed. His plan was a good one, and Rita's objection is suspicious. We have to trust him.
Don't do it!
Exactly, do not do it! Vinny glances at me, then slowly lowers his gun. Mike fires his gun and obviously it hits Rita in the chest and she staggers backwards.
I don't know what you were planning, but I won't let it happen.
Okay, Officer Mike.
I wasn't planning anything.
Damn, Rita. I'm sorry. I thought there might be a non-kill route. Mike fires again. And obviously she's now gone. This is horrible. When Rita goes still, Mike turns to us.
I'm sorry.
What do you mean you're sorry? If you're truly sorry, you wouldn't have fired in the first place. You really think it was her?
I don't know. She might have just been scared like Joseph.
Yes, exactly. I think that is what was the thing.
Guess we're all sitting around together tonight after all. Huh?
Okay.
Yes. Yes, I think that is for the best.
Mike, why are you so quiet? Maxed out everyone's voices. I sure hope it's over. It's a long, tense night together. I don't manage to get any sleep at all. When morning arrives and all of us who were sitting together are still alive, it's a welcome relief. Soon, dawn of a new day. Soon people begin returning to town and they're able to break us out of the inn. Technically this is my home now. I should get on with moving as I intended to do. But the memories of what happened at the inn still haunt me. Everyone says we were lucky to get away with only 2 people dying. They consider us fortunate. I don't feel fortunate at all. One way or another, I'm getting out of this town as soon as I can. Maybe then the nightmares will stop. Oh dear, too spooky for me. Too spooky for me to say about it. Oh gosh. So that is the team behind the entire creation of the game. Well then, let's tell Vinny to shoot and see what goes from here. Mike is out of control. If he'd actually shoot Rita right now, we need to stop him no matter the cost. And then...
Do it!
Do it? Vinny fires a gun and... oh gosh. His shot grazes the back of Mike's head. Mike turns, raising the gun to fire back at Vinny, and... Vinny shoots a second time, then a third, and then a fourth until Mike collapses. Oh gosh. This hideous scene, honestly. Oh dear.
Oh my god, I owe you my life. Thank you, thank you.
Gosh, she covers her face and starts sobbing.
Officer Mike, I can't believe it was him. I just can't believe it.
Neither of you were possessed. You're just out of your minds.
At least we can all rest easy now. It had to be him, you know? I'll give you all rooms. Free of charge.
Thanks, Frank. Yeah, someone else is not going to become the possessed one. He says it like it's a joke, but I don't think anyone feels much like laughing right now. Exactly. There's no laughing here. It's a long night. With a few moments of sleep, I managed to get disturbed by nightmares. At last, morning arrives. Soon people begin returning to town. Okay, so one thing I just found out is that blood effect on the top left of the screen, that remained there even though we transferred screens. Technically, this is my home now. I should get on with moving in as I intended to do, but the memories of what happened at the inn still haunt me. Everyone says we were lucky to get away with only 2 people dying. They consider us fortunate. I don't feel fortunate at all. One way or another, I'm getting out of this house as soon as I can. Oh, this is going to be enough too spooky for something like that. Maybe then the nightmares will stop. Yep, the same outcome, just a different person dead. Oh dear. So now we need to whittle down the different ways in which we can get the other outcomes. I don't think this is one of them. I think one of the ones which is definitely different is going with Rita or not going with Rita. But let's find out. The door must have locked automatically.
Accidentally? How many times have you accidentally locked yourself in a public building?
Excuse me, Joseph. I didn't miss you, for goodness sakes.
He's right. It's strange.
Don't investigate. I'm not coming with you, Rita. I'm staying down here.
I'd rather stay here.
Yeah, exactly. I'd rather stay down here.
Anyone else?
Anyone.
Don't look at me!
Aww.
I told you. I want to... Oh,
Okay.
dear. Are you really going to make me go up there alone?
Yeah, unfortunately.
I don't get it, but if you're that worried, I'll go with you. Might as well.
Okay, so it's Rita and Vinny.
Thank you. You're a kind young man.
Uh-huh.
Thanks.
Oh, sure. Go upstairs with the stranger who just happened to show up and lure us all in.
Okay, Joseph, honestly.
Would you quit implying things about me? I didn't even know what was going on until you people barged in.
Exactly. Vinny is not suspicious at all.
So you say.
I would much rather have Vinny with me than go up there alone, so I'll take my chance.
Exactly, Rita. So it's just us three down here. Vinny snorts, that follows Rita towards the staircase. The stair creak as the two of them head upstairs, leaving the three of us alone. So what dialogue is going to be taking place here? Widow crouches in front of the door and inspects it. Let's see what we have going on here then with this route. With that route. What sort of door locks on the inside? Any clues about how we got locked in?
Not exactly, but...
You have a hunch.
But what?
Well, there's a keyhole. I assume there's a keyhole on the other side as well.
Yep.
Wait a minute.
That's right. It can't have been an accident after all.
Exactly. Somebody must have come down and locked it. Talk about a major clue, but not the kind I was hoping to find.
If the door is locked, then someone must have locked it intentionally using a key.
Yep. But then they boarded up the other side of the door, considering all things.
Now do you believe me? This is the curse!
That's nonsense!
Are you really so confident, even with everything that's happened to us?
I'll admit, things are starting to seem a bit dangerous.
Yes, they are
As long
dangerous.
as we keep our heads and work together, we'll
Yep.
get through this.
Indeed.
We need to be prepared for anything.
Yep, exactly.
The killer is probably watching us right now. Waiting. Deciding which one of us he'll kill first.
Okay, Joseph, we get it.
Would you stop saying things like that?
Yep.
Excuse me if I find it difficult to stay calm at a time like this.
Please calm down.
Exactly. You're making the rest of us anxious because of your pessimism.
Why, so you can explain how there is no curse? And it's entirely coincidental that someone locked us into the inn after removing our transportation?
Joseph, shut up!
No, because if we
I'm
can
sorry.
get out of here, we can take Vinny's car.
Assuming he doesn't murder us.
Wow.
Stop that. You can't mistrust Vinny just because he's a stranger. We need to find the key for this door.
We're all strangers in our own ways.
Forget the key, let's just bust down the door or break a window!
This is no time to turn to vandalism.
It's better than being dead!
Okay, Joseph.
I refuse to be party to such things.
Yep. Search for the key rather than smash open a window. I'm not turning to vandalism when it's my first time looking at this option.
I think we should look for the key.
Yep.
Fine, you two search for the key. Me? I'm getting myself a hammer and busting out of here.
He hurries towards a door marked staff, presumably to search for a hammer.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Is he always like this?
He's always a bit high-strung.
Yeah.
But Halloween brings out the worst in him.
It seems to be the case anyways.
I guess everyone's tense around this time of year because of the town's history.
It's just so silly, though. We'd all be better off if people would stop panicking about the curse.
Panicking, yes, but you should still be prepared. I agree. We do definitely need to stay calm.
Thank you. I know it isn't easy at a time like this.
Yep.
Panicking won't accomplish anything, though.
Exactly. Even though it's quite easy to panic, it definitely does not bring about any kind of positives.
Exactly.
Saying it is one thing, putting it into practice is quite another. Yep. Don't panic, stay calm. We can get through this. We look through the lobby for the key, but there's no sign of anything but individual room keys. From there, we move on to a small common area with couches and tables, but there's still no key. Checking the dining area feels like a stretch, but we go over it with no success.
Hey, shouldn't someone have been managing the inn? Why didn't they lock up before they left?
No idea.
That's right. The innkeeper always locks up before leaving.
Yeah.
I suppose he could have panicked.
Suppose.
Or maybe he's still here somewhere. Maybe that was him we heard.
Could
That
be.
would be quite a stroke of luck.
Hey, hasn't it been a while since Rita and Vinny went upstairs? What do you think's taking so long?
Unsure.
I don't know. Joseph is taking an awfully long time to find his hammer, too.
Or find something. I'm suddenly all too aware that 5 of us came in here and now there's only 2 of us.
Do you think we should check on them?
I'll go check on Joseph. I can check the staff rooms for the key while I'm at it. You make sure Rita and Vinny are alright.
Thank you, Willow. Splitting up is a bad idea.
Oh, very well. If you're going to be uncomfortable with it, we'll look together.
I'm not uncomfortable, I just think safety in numbers is all.
Thank you.
It isn't just because we have to worry about after all, but also each other.
We should check on Joseph and see if there's a key in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
She opens the door marked staff and we step inside. It turns out to be a large, dark storage room. I turn on the lights, but the dim bulb barely offers any illumination. Joseph, where the hell are you? Maybe he's already escaped. Great.
Joseph! Are you in here?
Respond. Only silence greets us. We exchange glances and slowly creep through the storage room.
Joseph?
Exactly. Maybe he thinks that everyone else is cursed except him. He might be panicking right now, considering how upset he was before.
Joseph? It's just us. Are you okay?
And Joseph is going to obviously do that. He pops up from behind a pile of boxes, clutching a hammer.
What are you doing in here?
Well, what do you mean, what are we doing here? What are you still doing in here?
We came looking for you because we were worried.
Yeah.
Worried? You were worried about me?
Yes. You were gone a long time. Why were you hiding?
Hiding?
Yeah. He glanced at the boxes around him.
I found the hammer, but then I started thinking about the curse. And
You hid behind the boxes.
I understand. Hiding in a place like this must have seemed like the safest option.
how do I know you weren't here to kill me?
Are we actually here to kill you?
We wouldn't have called out to you, for one thing.
Yeah.
I promise. We're not possessed, and no one is going to kill you.
You really came in here? Because you were worried about me?
Yes, Joseph. Would you stop it with the pessimism, man?
Even though I don't
Oh.
believe in a curse, I thought something might have happened to you.
Yeah.
I...
He shakes his head and grips his hair.
You have to leave me here!
Why, Joseph?
What?
Please! Let me stay in here. Where it's safe. I don't want to die.
Nobody wants to die, Joseph. Nobody. He wants to spend the entire night in a storage room?
What do you think, Katie?
You know what? We'll go entertain his ideas. Accept Joseph's decision.
If that's what he wants to do, why should we object?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
At least it's safe here.
Yeah.
I suppose you're right.
If we find a way out, we'll let you know, okay?
I won't leave. I'll stay here until Halloween is over. I won't die tonight.
Okay, Joseph. Will looks worried, but we turn and walk out of the storage room alone. Just as the door swings shut behind us, we hear footsteps on the staircase. Aha! Rita leads the way down the stairs, followed by Vinny, a man in a police uniform, and another older man there helping. Yep. Hello.
Turns out we heard Officer Mac upstairs. He was trying to help Frank because Frank hurt his leg and couldn't get out.
God damn it, Frank.
We understand you folks have had some trouble with the door.
Yep, that is correct.
That's right. We're locked in. Does Frank have the key?
Wait a minute, why is Joseph still here with us? He should not be in here. He should still be in the storage room, right?
Oh, where's Joseph?
He's hiding in the storage room.
Oh dear.
He said he felt safer there, so we decided it was best to let him stay.
Yeah, but he's still with us on the right-hand side beside Willow.
Well, soon we'll get the door open and then
Yep.
no one will have to hide.
Exactly. Vinny and Mike help Frank over to the door. Frank pulls us out a set of keys and inserts the largest key into the lock. It goes in easily and he tries the door, but unfortunately to no avail. Nothing happens.
What did you people do?
We didn't do anything, Frank. What did you do? Why did you hurt your leg?
What?
It's not locked. You broke it.
We broke it. Yes, of course, we broke it. It goes in easily. The key twists easily. You hear the unlock sound. You try to open the door still. You can't open it. Why do you think, Frank? What caused you to hurt your leg?
Excuse me?
Exactly.
Oh, I tried the key. Nothing happened. The door is broken.
Could someone have done that intentionally?
It's absolutely possible. The timing here is the curious thing.
Yep.
The door was fine till you came in.
Till we came in. Yes, Frank, of course. Explain the leg that you hurt.
Do you mean someone sabotaged the lock once we were already inside?
Could be.
Yes, that's likely, although
Although...
What is it?
I've seen enough over the years to make me believe the curse is real. If Matthew Hayers possessed someone, he wouldn't just trap us somewhere.
Yep.
Are you saying the saboteur has to be someone in the inn? Wouldn't we have noticed what they were doing?
There was a brief period of time where we were distracted talking to Vinny.
Yep.
I suggest we all sit down and talk this over calmly.
Yep.
The best thing we can do is keep an eye on one another until morning comes.
That's a good idea. He walks into the inn's common area and sits down. After a moment, the rest of us all do the same. Is this going to be the same as last time, or is there going to be differences? Although Joseph is not here with us, I don't like being trapped here. Is there really a chance one of us did it on purpose? I think Frank did it, I'm not going to lie. For a while, we all just look at each other.
Well, does anyone have any reason to suspect someone else?
Exactly.
Joseph has been acting strangely.
Yep.
He's scared. That's all.
But yep, scared is a thing. If Joseph is not acting any differently, then he is the same person, but because of the emotions right now, he's just very scared.
It's got to be one of us.
Frank, for goodness sakes.
Does it? I mean, no offense, but this all sounds kinda nuts to me.
Then maybe it's you.
Well, thanks. Why did you say it's
You're
Vinny?
joking, right?
Exactly.
You seem awfully eager to deny the curse.
This is his first time being in town, let alone our first time as well.
That hardly makes him suspicious.
Exactly.
What if I told you he's packing heat, huh?
What? Does he mean Vinny has a gun?
So, I've got a permit for it.
Yep.
It'd be awfully nice for Matthew Haya to possess someone with a gun.
Oh my. It just occurred to me that Vinny's car is the reason we all ran here. If he wasn't here, we wouldn't be trapped.
Okay, Rita.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Great.
You're all nuts.
Please, stay calm.
Yep.
Calm? I stop at a small town on my way home to be with my family. Nice little town to spend Halloween. Or so I think. Next thing I know, I'm locked in an inn with a bunch of crackpots who believe one of them is possessed.
Yep.
Things have been pretty strange around here, though.
Nothing has happened here tonight that can't be explained away by paranoia.
Okay.
He has a point.
You have no real reason to suspect me of anything.
Exactly.
You won't mind sitting with us here all night long.
Yeah, he won't mind.
If it brings an end to this insanity, no.
Gosh. Thank God.
What about the rest of you?
That's fine with me.
Yep.
Me too.
Yep.
Might as well.
If you think it's for the best, Officer Mac, So do I.
Yep.
I hope everyone is comfortable. We're gonna be sitting here all night.
Yep, and Joseph is still there on the right. Why is he still here in shot? He's hiding in the storage room. Let's see what's going down here. With that decided, our long night begins. Joseph overheard our plan and reluctantly agreed to come out of the common room with us. Okay, for goodness sakes.
If you need to sleep, don't worry. I'll be able to stay up all night long by myself if necessary.
Thank you, officer.
Oh no! No way am I going to sleep when there's a killer among us! I won't risk being the one killed!
Okay, Joseph.
No one is going to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Of course not. Because I'm going to stay awake all night so they don't get a chance.
Man, you people make me nervous. I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight either.
Sometimes Vinny is the only one with with some common sense on mind.
We make you nervous? You're the outsider here.
Right.
And do you have any idea how you come across to a stranger?
Yeah, that is actually true.
Let's not start fighting now that we finally agreed to settle down and wait for morning.
Yep.
What are we going to do then? We can't just sit here staring at one another all night long.
No, that is actually a viable strategy.
We could tell stories.
Exactly.
Stories?
Yeah.
Sure. Something to keep ourselves distracted so we don't fall asleep.
I can't say I'm quite in the mood for stories at a time like this.
Come on, Rita, don't be such a party pooper. Yeah, stories might help.
How?
They'll give us a way to pass the time and keep ourselves from worrying too much.
Exactly.
I doubt that will help under the circumstances.
What do you mean? It can't be horror stories that we tell. Stories like about our lives, for example.
Maybe ordinary stories won't help, but wouldn't it be good to get to know each other better? We hardly know anything about Katie and Vinny after all.
Exactly.
It's so suspicious that we'd get two outsiders on Halloween of all days.
How is it so suspicious?
For crying out loud.
Yep.
Ugh, I wish I'd come on a different day.
This has probably given you a pretty bad impression of our town.
To move into a new place and immediately be told there's a curse on it, and then for all of this to happen next? You could say that, yeah. It's been quite an experience.
You should have known better than to move here on Halloween.
We didn't know that there is a curse on Halloween here, Joseph. I wish I'd known. I like Halloween, actually.
You do?
Yes, I like Halloween.
Until this year, anyway.
I can hardly imagine enjoying Halloween.
Okay, Rita, we all have different mindsets after all.
Did you guys forget that for the rest of the world, it's just a holiday?
Exactly, Vinny.
Scary movies, Halloween parties.
Costumes, candy, trick-or-treating.
It's not like that here anymore.
I'm sorry, Joseph.
Yeah, but I didn't know that ahead of time.
Exactly.
Why did you move here anyway?
It seemed like a nice town, and I got a good deal on the house.
Yep.
Are you sure it wasn't the curse drawing here? Maybe Matthew Hare wanted as many potential victims around as possible.
Joseph, do you not hear yourself, for goodness sakes? The curse is tied to this town, and yet you're saying that it's attracting random people outside the town so that there's more potential victims to be here. Are you not listening to your own words? He stares suspiciously around the room.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. Everyone knows he only has powers on Halloween.
Thanks.
What if we're wrong?
Really?
Huh?
What if he pretends to only have power on Halloween to lull us into a false sense of security the rest of the year?
Now, that's just crazy talk.
I wouldn't put anything past him.
Why are you so convinced that the curse is real anyway?
Because there's evidence!
He shudders and closes his eyes.
I was here another Halloween. Years ago when I was a teen.
And?
What happened?
Everyone was evacuating, but I didn't understand. I thought it was a game, like it would be fun to sneak back against the rules.
Wow.
It was just something people were telling me not to do. How was I supposed to know it was this serious?
And?
Calm down.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just...
Okay.
Are you saying your family evacuated, but you snuck back into town?
That's right, and I saw... I saw
You saw what? He shudders.
a few people stayed behind. One was hunting the others with a butcher's knife. I don't know what happened next. I ran. I tried to forget what I saw. The next day we came back home. I didn't want to, but I had no choice.
This curse just could be people's hallucinations and stuff like that. They saw something happen with 5 people, and one of them decides to take this prank a little too far and killed other people. Like, it could be a possessive sort of thing, but how do you explain such actions unless somebody's mentality and actions just drastically change with a finger snap? He stares past us, his eyes wide.
Someone died. I heard them talking about it, and I knew. I knew what I saw that night was...
Was what? He falls silent with another shudder.
What happened was terrible, but it doesn't mean there was a curse.
How? How can you stay so calm after what's happened here today?
What's happened today?
I believe there's a logical explanation for everything.
Okay.
Like what?
People become dangerous when they're afraid.
Yep.
The curse fuels paranoia,
Yep.
which leads people to do desperate things, which in turn causes more paranoia and fear of the curse.
Yep.
You think it's a cycle, feeding on itself?
Yes, that's a good way of looking at it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a self-fulfilling cycle.
Well, that still means it's dangerous to be here on Halloween.
A self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yep.
Doesn't that mean we could overcome it if we all work together?
Yes.
That's what we're trying to do right now.
No, that's what we are doing right now, officer.
I know, but... next year, it'll be the same thing. It'll never stop.
Damn it.
That's the curse of Matthew Hayer.
Thanks.
Curse or not, I suppose he got his revenge, didn't he?
He will never stop getting his revenge until he is laid to rest properly.
What do you mean?
Terrible things have happened in this town. One wrong move could have led to a tragedy here tonight.
Yep.
In the end, does it really matter if the cause was supernatural or not?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it does.
Ah, maybe not. Dead is dead, whether the killer is possessed or just misguided.
I'm not sure that's the best attitude to take.
Okay.
Why not?
Someone who is possessed can't be held responsible for their own actions. It's an important difference.
Yes and no. You're still the person who killed them, but your consciousness was not there when you killed them. But you still killed them.
I'd say someone driven by unreasoning fear isn't entirely in control either.
Yes, exactly.
That's why we need to break out of the cycle.
Mm-hmm. It will work. It will work.
It will work.
Mm-hmm.
Do you really believe that?
Yes, Rita.
I do.
It'll never end. This isn't enough, not even close.
Joseph, stop it!
Well, whether we successfully break the cycle of fear or simply avoid falling prey to a curse, it doesn't change the fact that we'll be staying here all night.
Exactly, officer.
So, how about those stories?
Exactly.
You still think that's the best way to pass the time?
Well then, Rita, have you got any better ideas as to how we're going to pass the time?
Well, it might ease the tension a bit.
Exactly.
We ought to learn more about our 2 newcomers, if nothing else, just like Officer Mike said.
Yeah.
Want to learn about me now?
It might help your case, to be fair.
Good point.
Vinny shrugs and looks around at the rest of us.
What do you want to know?
Let's
What
see.
brings you to these parts?
Just passing through. I was on a trip for work until this morning. I had to travel across the country, so I was just on my way back when I stopped here.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
I work at a grocery store chain. They send me out to inspect the stores all across the country.
Uh-huh. Health and safety, making sure that things are in their correct place.
I would not have guessed that.
What do you think Vinny was then, Rita?
Figures.
He could be making it all up.
I don't think so.
Well, at least it makes for a good story in that case.
Yeah.
You people are something else, you know that?
Did you say you have a family waiting for you?
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
It must be rough to be away from them for so long.
It's not great, but I try to make up for it.
He reaches into his coat and everyone tenses.
Relax, would you?
He thinks he's going to get his gun out. He slowly pulls out 2 carved wooden toys. One is in the shape of a cat, while the other is a bird.
I try to get unusual things from wherever work takes me.
Yeah.
It's not the same as me being home, but at least I have something nice to look forward to.
A souvenir of sorts.
That's really sweet.
Yeah, indeed it is sweet. Also, when you travel from place to place, you'll find something unique there that you won't find anywhere else in the world.
If Vinny is telling the truth, then I hope we all survive the night so he can get home to his family.
Personally, I'd like us all to survive, even if he's lying.
God damn it, Joseph.
Oh, of course. I didn't mean.
Goodness sake, she waves her hands.
It's just so incredible to think we might actually survive the curse without evacuating.
Rita, would you stop thinking that one of us will die?
You firmly believe in the curse, don't you?
There's so much evidence supporting it. I don't know how anyone cannot believe it.
We just went through this.
Yeah, exactly. We just went
The
through
curse
this.
is part of the town's history. There's no denying that.
But is it an actual thing? That's the thing.
It's a rather ghastly story, too.
Yeah, we know. We've read about it.
I think it's quite sad.
Sympathy for the ghost who wants us all dead. Why am I not surprised?
The thing is here, Joseph, what is the motive to kill in the first place? Is it because you simply want to do it, or is it because you're so backed up, so desperate, so in fear, in uncontrollable rage, uncontrollable fear, that it makes you do something that with which you would never ever do in the first place? So, you can say that, and this is a dark thing, you can have sympathy for murderers in their own ways. Because what crossed that bridge between not being a murderer and being a murderer? What caused him to cause that first killing in the first place? And then once you have that first killing, you then want to do a second, and then a third, etc, etc. What made you cross the bridge between 0 and 1? What caused you to do it in the first place? But killers in their own ways suffer too. I don't sympathise with their actions to kill, but I can kind of sympathise in the ways of what emotional distraught are they going through in order to do that in the first place. So you can sympathise for the ghost who wants you dead, because it is not cool, in this sense, to think vengefully for something that is out to kill. What is the motive to do it?
Anyway, you can talk about logic all you want, but if paranoia was the true cause of the curse, wouldn't people have figured that out by now? It's gone on too long to be that simple.
Not if you always evacuate. If you all evacuate, then there's no deaths. We'll go with that.
She's right. Any year where you escape the curse does nothing to disprove its existence.
So you'd have us all sit around waiting to die instead of trying to get away?
Joseph, you're not helping.
Calm down. We're sitting here precisely so that we don't die.
Yep.
What do you think, Officer Mike? You've been around here long enough. Is there a curse, or isn't there?
And how long have you been here, Frank?
Huh. You know, it's hard to say.
How?
I've read reports that defy explanation, but I've also found that seemingly supernatural things often have a logical answer.
Yep.
No matter how strange they seem.
Yep.
Yet at the same time, I don't want to rule anything out.
Exactly.
Do you think someone here is possessed?
I think we'll have our answers in the morning.
Yep.
That's right. Whoever's possessed won't remember tonight.
It'll be a relief to settle this once and for all.
They won't remember until a point that they are possessed.
Unless the possessed person is someone we don't know is here, just waiting and watching us.
Joseph.
Now there's a horrible thought.
All the more reason to stay awake then.
Right.
With that, conversation lulls. Time passes slowly. This is definitely a very visceral situation. Trying to trust people that you just met. And going about this situation in a either calm or a very erratical fashion. I forgot what that said there. I can't bring myself to relax, and it's clear everyone else feels their own way. Everyone's too nervous, too on edge. The night deepens, and I start to get tired.
Remember, if you need to sleep,
Stop saying that! It becomes less reassuring the more often you say it!
Okay.
I'm just trying to help.
Exactly.
We could go back to telling stories.
Why do you keep coming back around to that?
Because it's a nice thing to do to spend the time. Frank shrugs.
I like exchanging stories with people. It's nice. Reminds me of the good old days.
Everyone says good old days. What good old days? There are more diseases that ran more rampant in the good old days.
Do you have a story to share with us then?
Uh-huh.
He rubs his chin as he thinks, then clears his throat.
There was a butterfly that lived on the edge of a lake. The butterfly woke up each morning and looked at its reflection in the water. It knew that the color of its wings made it beautiful.
All I'm going to say is that that smile is quite creepy, I'm not going to lie. I can't be the only one that thinks that. He settles back into his chair as he tells his story.
One day, when the butterfly was staring into the lake, a fish leaped out of the water. The butterfly was startled and flew back in fear, but the fish was merely playing.
Yep.
As it watched, the butterfly became enamored of the fish's beautiful, shimmering scales.
Yeah, some fishes are truly beautiful.
Was it that beautiful? It's just a fish.
Rita, you obviously have no taste in countryside or anything that is not within your hobbies and stuff like that.
Shh, let him tell a story.
Exactly.
Then on, it became a routine. Every day, the butterfly looked at its reflection in the lake. Every day, the fish disturbed it, and the butterfly admired its scales.
Yeah.
Why do my wings not shimmer in the light? The butterfly asked itself in frustration.
Oh dear.
Why could I not have been a fish?
You are jealous of the fish?
A butterfly is way prettier than a fish.
It depends on what fish you're looking at, Rita.
Ahem. The butterfly grew to hate its colorful wings and envy the fish. At last, one day, it devised a plan. It would steal one of the fish's scales for itself, and then it would be beautiful.
Damn. This isn't the turn I expected the story to take exactly.
And so, when the fish leaped from the water, the butterfly landed on it. The startled fish could do nothing but return to the water as usual, and the butterfly crashed down with it.
Damn.
The water seeped into its beautiful wings, and although the butterfly tried to claim a scale, its waterlogged wings dragged it deep underwater.
Yikes. Frank closes his eyes and takes a deep breath before finishing his story in a somber voice. Yeah, I don't think this ends well for the butterfly.
The butterfly's last thought was not one of regret, but one of resentment at the fish for causing its demise.
The fish did not cause your demise. The thing that caused your demise was you drowning in the water. The logic of how you were resentment to the fish is because you were jealous of its colours. And then from there, you wanted to attack it and take one of its scales. But from there, well, the consequence of that, you drowned. Oh dear, butterfly effect. Damn it. That's like a paradoxical thing, butterfly effect. Silence fills the room. At last, Joseph breaks it.
Thanks for lightening the mood.
Wow, thanks, Joseph.
What? What did I do?
Exactly.
That wasn't exactly a happy story, Frank.
Not all stories are happy, Rita. Just like the one we are reading right now. This is not what you call a happy, pink, fluffy-filled poppy story. This is about a curse.
It's not meant to be happy. It's meant to be meaningful.
Exactly. There's meaning behind it.
Meaningful?
Yeah. It warns against envy. It warns against envy.
True. The butterfly was pretty envious of the fish, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The butterfly was beautiful too, but it couldn't stand the knowledge that the fish was more beautiful. It felt like it had to be the best, no matter what the cost.
Mm-hmm.
We should all remember that everyone around us has their own hopes and dreams.
Yep.
If we were more considerate of others, maybe things would go better.
Yeah.
I still think it was a terrible story to tell under the circumstances.
Rita, would you stop being so negative?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's an old favorite of mine.
We know you meant well.
Exactly. Silence fills the room once again. The time seems to pass so slowly I look out the window and wonder how long it would take for morning to come.
So, do you know any happier stories, Frank?
Everyone looks at him.
It just might not be such a bad way to pass the time after all, okay?
Exactly.
I have a few.
For that matter, I know some stories I could tell.
Okay, officer.
Well, I don't have much experience with storytelling, but I could try to tell one of my favorites.
I tell my kids stories, so I've probably got 1 or 2 memorized by now.
If everyone is doing this, then I can give it a try.
Exactly, Rita.
Why not? We have a lot of time to pass.
Yep. And so the night wears on as we exchange story after story, waiting for morning to bring us the truth of the curse. Hey, we're all alive! When morning arrives, we're all still alive. I can hardly believe we all made it. With the arrival of morning, everyone else begins to return to town. Soon they're able to break us all out. Getting into the fresh air again is a relief. I take a deep breath and let it out.
We're alive. We're all alive!
Exactly, Joseph.
I'm so glad.
Indeed.
Frank, how you holding up? Is your leg feeling better?
I need to go to the doctor, but I'm doing all right.
Still, what was the cause of your leg being hurt again? I'm wondering.
Looks like I could finally move on. It's been fun, but I'm out of here.
Oh, yeah.
Wait just a moment. Please. All of you.
Yes, Willow?
What is it?
From what people have been saying, is it true that we all remember what happened yesterday?
Sure, why?
The legend claims the person who was possessed doesn't remember what happened.
Yep.
You're right, and we never did figure out who it was.
Yep.
I remember everything. I was scared to death.
I was quite frightened as well.
I'm just glad to be out of there.
I thought for sure I'd doomed myself, getting stuck here on Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
I remember everything that happened.
You see, none of us were possessed after all.
Exactly.
Wait a minute. Why would Matthew Hayter just skip a year?
It's not skipping a year. The curse doesn't exist.
Because there is no curse. There never was. It was all in our minds.
You know, that makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm still leaving next Halloween.
A shiny object on the ground catches my attention. I hurry over to it.
My keys. Could I really have just dropped them?
Mm-hmm.
Look over there. Those tacks on the ground. I must have run them over in my car. That's what happened to my tires.
So there's logical explanation for all this.
Bet I'll find out the doll was an accident too.
Well, it looks like this wasn't such a terrible Halloween after all.
Yeah, it could have been far worse.
I hear you all got trapped in town on Halloween.
Yes.
That's right. But we all survived.
Yep.
How did you manage that?
We all shared stories and not pointed guns at each other.
No one was possessed.
Seems like your curse is just the result of coincidence and paranoia.
Hang on, are you two visitors? Well, you must have had some awful bad luck to choose our town to pass through on Halloween.
I moved in, actually.
Tell me about it.
I'm not a visitor. I just moved into town. We met yesterday.
Yep.
We did? It must have slipped my mind.
Oh, goodness sakes, Mayor. For goodness sakes.
Anyway, I'm off.
Nice to see you, Vinny. Nice to
I
have
have
acquaintance
some work
of
to
you.
catch up on.
Oh, me too. Losing a whole day is so inconvenient.
Okay, Rita.
I'm just glad I don't have to file all the police reports I was expecting.
Damn it, officer. Officer
Yeah,
Mike.
Gotta find someone to fix this doll.
Damn it.
It's over. It's really over? I think I'll go say some prayers.
Okay, Joseph, have a good one. Looks like everyone is leaving. I guess I'll finish moving in. I head back toward my house feeling like a weight has been lifted from my shoulders. This is my new home after all. Now that we don't have to worry about a curse, I think I'm going to like it here. Indeed. Ah, one big happy family. one big happy family here. Honestly, that is brilliant. Honestly, brilliant.
Did I really meet that young woman yesterday?
Wait, the mayor was possessed.
The stress of Halloween really gets to me.
Gosh.
My memories are always such a blur.
Wait, you don't remember yesterday, do you? That means you were the one who was possessed.
It's almost as if... Nah, can't be.
Yeah.
Still, though,
Shut up, Mayor.
I really can't remember anything that happened.
Goodness sakes, Mayor. The truth exactly. The mayor was one that's possessed. Then it gets passed down to the next mayor. And something and so forth, but what the hell. Yeah, this game contains violence and gore. If you'd like, you can reduce the amount of gore displayed in our artwork by selecting the option below. However, the descriptions of the scenes will remain the same. I have to say, for a game that really poses the aspect of gore, there really isn't a huge amount of it. It's just some blood splatters. Oh yeah, then there was that one with Frankie and Officer Mike as well. Stuff like that. CG Gallery. So we've got a few here. We've got her moving out because of 2 people dying. So that's Joseph or either Rita or Officer Mike. Then we have this gorgeous one of everyone getting along in the town, even though the mayor is possessed. For goodness sakes! But this is nice. This is a really nice game in its own way. It's very tense at every moment. So thank you so much for watching. I think I'm going to pursue a few more endings of the game and then we're going to leave it off here. I have done it in the past so that I try to pursue all the endings within the game. I may adjust my Let's Play so that it would cover like about half the endings, but not get all of them, so that it gives an incentive for people to purchase a game rather than just resorting to a Let's Play and stuff like that for endings and etc, etc, etc. It depends on how many requirements that there are to an actual ending. Like with Find Love or Die Trying, like all the endings were literally at the end of the game, and there's no branching paths until the end of the game. So therefore, and it's also a free game as well, so it's not really a case of purchasing a game and then covering all the endings. It's a free game, that one was, and literally all the endings are at the very end of the game. So there's not really an incentive to hold out on other endings within a video format. But still, there's also the aspect of reading the game at your own pace. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and we shall see each other in the next time of Not It's Spookiest Edition. Thank you all so much for watching, and take care of yourselves.